Once again, white people have been making me laugh for a very long time. What's good with the people? Welcome to the Joe Blacula Perspective presents Behind the Curtain, where I will either be reviewing or revisiting movies and sharing my honest thoughts and opinions on them. And I am your host, the infamous Joe Blacula. Cue my drop.
Joe Blacula.
Thank you kindly. Okay, so I have a very aggressive resting face. Meaning when I'm chilling, this is how I'm looking. Look, I can't help it. Blame it on my genetics from my father, James Orange Whitaker. It is what it is. But even while having a resting face that doesn't really attract a lot of people towards me, I actually like to laugh. And I've been told I have a pretty decent smile. I gotta work on these teeth though, man. Drink too much coffee. Mother of pearl is not an attractive color. And white people have been making me laugh for a very long time. I grew up watching the Three Stooges, watching Moe slap fire from Larry and Curly and Shemp, watching Chevy Chase fall off the ladder trying to put the star on the top of the Christmas tree, playing Gerald Ford. You know, Chevy Chase based that whole skit off of one incident from Gerald Ford falling down the stairs, getting off an airplane. Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi, the Blues Brothers, has to be in my top 10 movies of all time. Soap, the TV show Soap, that was hilarious. Bert Benson came from Soap. Billy Crystal, his character's name was Jody. Then I got older, smarter, found George Carlin, started listening to him. Loved George Carlin's take on pretty much everything. Stephen Wright's comedy was just dry. Sam Kinison, screaming, loved it. And Andrew Dice Clay, I mean, come on, nursery rhymes. Cube used it, classic. And right now, comedian Bill Burr, definitely one of the funniest in the game. Love this podcast, definitely my type of humor. Once again, white people have been making me laugh for a very long time. I had stopped watching Saturday Night Live for a while, I think in the late 80s, early 90s, because Eddie Murphy was gone. Eddie Murphy had left, Joe Piscopo left. I think it was when Chris Rock joined the cast, that's when I drifted over and I first saw Adam Sandler. He was part of that Chris Rock, Rob Schneider, Chris Farley, David Spade batch in the early 90s. Adam Sandler had this character on the Weekend Update that I used to like. I think his name was Opera Man. I used to like the way he would sing and just the way he looked. Something about people singing in funny voices always gets a laugh out of me. So Sandler leaves SNL, does this movie called Billy Madison. My type of movie, real funny, clever plot, real juvenile, little kids type of humor. I like that type of stuff. Followed that with Happy Gilmore and 20 other movies that was easy on the subject matter. And when I take a step back and look at the majority of Adam Sandler's movies that comes out of his Happy Madison production camp, the majority of his movies are romantic comedies or rom-coms. It's usually about a dude and a girl. The dude is usually Sandler. And how the dude either usually winds up with the girl, Billy Madison, The Wedding Singer, The Water Boy, Mr. Deeds, Anger Management. Point being is that he has a lot of them. The formula works. I ain't mad at it. And most of Sandler's Happy Madison movies always feature his core people. Some of them are from SNL. Usually Rob Schneider, Chris Rock, Norm Macdonald, sometimes Tim Meadows, Kevin James, Sandler's guy with the lazy eye and the gravelly voice, the other dude that was the hater quarterback in The Waterboy, and David Spade. David Spade, to me in the early 90s, seemed like the only character he was going to be able to play was going to be the straight man to Chris Farley, or the white dude with the smart ass mouth. And in the Happy Madison produced The Wrong Missy, once again David Spade is the white dude with the smart mouth. Alright, so let's unpack this plot. The Wrong Missy is another one of these rom-coms that's kinda in the Farrelly Brothers universe. And it stars David Spade as Tim Morris and Lauren Lapkus as the title character of Missy. And it's about how Tim thinks he's invited a woman that he hooks up with in a janitor's closet at the airport to a work retreat in Hawaii named Missy. But after a while, he figures out that he's been texting the wrong Missy, who turns out to be completely bat bleep crazy. And as usual, with this being a Happy Madison production, this movie features some of Adam Sandler's core homies. Rob Schneider, he plays this shark wrangler. Jonathan Lohran, I'm hoping that's how you pronounce his name, otherwise known as the dude that's always in the Adam Sandler movies with the lazy eye and the gravelly voice. Nick Swardson, who plays Tim's friend Nate. Man, that dude has a lot of funny parts in the movie. He is hilarious. I mentioned Chris Farley earlier. His brother John Farley is in it too. He's another one I see a lot. I recognize him because he looks like a skinny, older Chris Farley. And his eyes, he's got those Chris Farley eyes. And Jackie Sandler as Jester Barracuda, who is also the wife of Adam Sandler. I gotta give it to Adam Sandler. He knows how to look out for his people. Not only does he keep his same people in the movies, now he's getting his household in on it too. That's just smart. Keep it all in the house. His wife, his two daughters, Jared Sandler is in it. He plays this funny assistant dude that's constantly getting ranked on by the big boss. I'm sure he's related to Adam. And Adam's dad is the old dude in the opening title sequence for Happy Madison Productions. Man, David Spade, Rob Schneider, Kevin James, they need to all be thanking Adam, because I cannot believe that Hollywood is beating down their door trying to put them in any movies. But Adam is clearly smart, he knows his people, and he knows what works. Maybe he's getting them at a discount. And when you put all of them together in a Happy Madison production, it just works. Sidebar. It wasn't any black characters in this movie. And maybe that's a good thing, because I might not have liked whatever the hell they had them doing. Just my luck, it would have been Terry Crews dancing with his shirt off with a burger in his hand or something. Spoiler alert, Evander Holyfield has a featured role in this movie. And the character Hellstar was completely freaking me out. Let me say this much. I don't honestly think I went any more than 3 minutes at a time laughing out loud at this movie. And I mean laughing. Like Lauren Lapkus. I hope I didn't call her Lapkus. Or the wrong Missy. I mean, just looking at her face on the screen makes me laugh. She got those crazy eyes. You can always tell when somebody got that inner crazy when they got those crazy eyes. And when they got that short, quick start, loud laugh, she's got that locked. Her face is always animated. She's lanky. She moves around kind of weird all the time. And her character is completely out of control constantly. I mean, she looks like a real life Simpsons character. Definitely the star of the movie. At first look, I thought she was the actress Kristen Shaw, who was on the Fox TV show. It was called The Last Man on Earth. They both got that same look about them, that whole eyes, long neck thing happening. And David Spade is starting to get old. He ain't got that old teenager, 20-year-old look about him no more. And the majority of the movie, they're actually picking at him about it. Missy comments on his hair. She says that he's wearing a wig, which it does look like it. It does look like he's wearing a wig, which had me wondering, is that a wig, or were they purposely making his hair look wiggish? Or is that his hair and they figured they'd get out in front of it and say that it looks wiggish because it looks wiggish? That joke with David Spade and the hairpiece started from a scene from the movie Tommy Boy. Bottom line, David Spade is starting to look like an old white woman, which is funny. Also, I have learned some terms over the years. One is white girl wasted. Yeah, I learned that one. Gave a definition of some of the stuff that I saw in the 90s. Honky double up. That's when you wear a long sleeve t-shirt under a short sleeve shirt. What's the character's name on The Big Bang Theory? Sheldon. Sheldon's character on The Big Bang Theory is the definition of the phrase honky double up. But I learned a new phrase from the movie The Wrong Missy. I ain't gonna say the actual term or the actual phrase, but it's when you're having sex with someone and you imagine someone else's face on them. Now, the term that they use in the movie is a term that I heard Devin the Dude say once in a song back in the day, which completely means something different. The term that Devin the Dude used meant the expressions that you make while you're in the moment, not actually doing a Nicolas Cage, John Travolta face-off thing happening. Once again, white people have been making me laugh for a very long time. In conclusion, I need more movies like this in my life, man. Movies where I ain't gotta worry about missing the plot points, where I could care less who directed it. Or movies when the credits start rolling, I ain't gotta worry about not being able to leave because I'm gonna miss something. Or movies where the leading man got whoever you sitting there next to wishing that she was with that lead man instead of you, while we knowing damn well that that cat that you've been looking at and lusting after for the past 90 minutes got made up and invented just like Iron Man. Because he's not real. He doesn't exist. Just a feel-good, flat-out, stupid humor movie featuring funny as well as funny-looking white people. Love, hate, or debate. I haven't seen a rom-com movie yet that I can actually say that I loved. I definitely didn't hate it, and I can't debate the humor. I mean, there are moments in this movie where I had to pause the movie, get my laugh out, and then start it back up. The movie is 1 hour and 30 minutes, but with me doing all that stopping and starting, it might have taken me 2 hours and 15 minutes to get through the whole thing. I give The Wrong Missy a solid 3 black fists out of 5. That's mainly because the ending was predictable, but if you know the formula of these type of movies, you kind of have an idea how the ending is going to play out. Knowing these movies, it's about the trip. You already know that you're going to get there, but what you don't know is what's going to happen while you en route. It's like when I'm on the train going to work in the morning, I know that it's gonna be a bunch of crazies on the train, but I don't know what performances I'm gonna see during the morning. I wanna see a rom-com where I can honestly say at the end of that movie, I had no idea that was gonna happen. Spoiler alert, a shark got punched 5 times in his shark snout nose. That was funny. Couldn't have called loud. And as my man Dennis Snipe would say, riddle me this. Where are the black rom-coms at? Can we actually make any where we don't actually come off as coonish or corny? You feel me? And it's a fine line between coonery and comedy. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Would Girls Trip be considered a rom-com? I don't know. Has Tyler Perry made any rom-coms? I don't know. Maybe Kenya Barris can write one. He got the hot hand right now. Let me know in the comments any black rom-coms that I'm sure that I'm missing. What about Boomerang? Is Boomerang considered a rom-com? Hitch? Was Hitch? What about Hitch? Damn, Will Smith did a movie with Kevin James, man. But wait a minute, would that be considered a black movie though? Huh. All right, let's put a bow on this one because it is a wrap. If this was your first time visiting, your attendance was much obliged and highly appreciated. My reviews will get better, and until I hit the bullseye, I'm gonna keep throwing these damn darts. Please like, share, hit the subscribe button. I need to reach 25,000 subscribers. And what's your favorite rom-com? Comment below, let a brother know, and I will holla black in a few ticks. In a minute, people.